When the Statute Law Miscellaneous Amendments Bill 2013 was tabled in the House today, for the second reading it generated heated debate as MPs opposed some of the laws contained in the omnibus bill that are dozens of laws packed therein. Of particular concern to members of the House from across the political divide were the proposed amendments to the Public Benefit Organisation Act, which bars NGOs from receiving more than 15% of their funds from foreign donors. MPs during the second reading immediately raised their objections to the law, which has also been fiercely opposed by NGOs, including civil society groups.
Having 75% of funds come from this country is kind of impossible. When you have a lot of people suffering because of they don't have any money. Even if you do an Arambe in this country, you won't even raise what an NGO can bring in one second.
I stand to oppose this bill because essentially because of what it says about the National Youth Council. One of the things that it's done, it's removed. There were 8 nominated members, young members from the council who were to be in the board. It's removed all the 8, so there isn't any youth representation in the board.
Madam Speaker, I seek to oppose so that we can seek redemption, because that's a mood that is there, and I seek to tell my counterparts on the court side, stop this hypocrisy and this maturity.
Madam Speaker, is a speaker in order to call calling a press conference hypocrisy? I think there must be a purpose for calling a press conference. You can't call a press conference for the sake of it. Can you withdraw?
There were concerns too about the sheer size of the Miscellaneous Amendments Bill, given that it contained proposed amendments to dozens of laws.
Madam Speaker, we are discussing about a Miscellaneous Amendment Bill, which actually is dealing with 49 acts. Madam Speaker, even if we are given 3 weeks, I don't think this House will come to any consensus.
The leader of the majority in the National Assembly, Adan Duale, agreed with the MPs that sections of the bill be withdrawn to allow for more consultations.
That the one, I'm a good recipient of the donor money. I want to confirm that the one on the Public Benefits Act, I will withdraw before it comes to the House. The one on the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, I will withdraw. The one on the gender, it's our constitutional. We want our women to rise. I will withdraw. Those are out of the 49. Those 3 I will withdraw. And any other issue, the youth, we will do a consensus.
But it was in the third reading of the Miscellaneous Amendments Bill that the MPs drew their battle lines. MPs threw out the proposed amendments to the Public Benefits Organisation Act, which sought to cap foreign funding for NGOs to not more than 15%, the proposed amendment to the Salaries and Remuneration Commission Act that would have changed the commission into a permanent one, and the amendment to the National Intelligence Service Act that would have given the Director General of the Service sweeping powers to search, as well as intercept and tap communication. This means that the Director General will have to seek a warrant as earlier required in the said Act. The MPs also threw out amendments to the National Police Service Act that would have done away with gender requirements in the composition of the force top command. And when the matter was put to a vote,
the nays have it.
Those opposed to the bill carried the day, with 83 MPs opposing it. 73 MPs voted in favour, while 8 abstained. Abdi Osman, Citizen Live at 9.